Valedictorian himself, Mr. Jarrell Dave De Vera, our school directress, Sister Marilyn J. Antonio, SNDS, our principal, Sister Leticia V. Valdez, SNDS, our respected sisters, our beloved teachers and staff, our dearest parents, guests, friends, my fellow graduates, a pleasant evening to everyone. It's just like yesterday when I first came to school, wearing my pleated blue checkered skirt and white blouse, complemented by a necktie with the letters SOLS and the Roman numeral 1 embroidered on it vertically. That day had been one of my first days in high school here at the school of Our Lady of Salette. Actually, dito na talaga ako nung simula mag-aral. From kindergarten up to my last year in elementary, I've grown and experienced to be free as a child and to study well as a competitive individual. When I stepped into secondary, it had been a transition of a caterpillar into a beautiful butterfly. Sabi pa nga sa akin ng classmate ko dati, "Oh, Lycelle, nakatakin pa lang yung PE uniform mo? High school ka dati, tagalin mo na yan." Usual as it may seem, but this will always be true to high school students. Marami talagang pagbabago, maraming adjustments ang kailangan gawin. Minsan, masarap magpakabata. Pero madalas, mas excited pa tayong tumanda. They say that high school is the first stage of human life. Siguro, may iba sa inyo na nag-iisip na, malaya agad? Pwede bang masaya muna? Bakit ko nga ba nasabi yun? First, hindi na tayo masyadong dependent at binibaby ng mga parents natin. Second, hindi pa masyadong mabigat ang pressure na maranasan natin, unlike college students, as they say. This stage is like our bridge from being young and free as kids to being responsible and independent as young adults. This is how we are trained to be able to cope up with our studies for the real life. Ito yung time na kahit meron ng konting higpit sa pagdidisiplina, we could still do things freely on our own ways. And as days go by, these 4 years main goal was to prepare each one of us not to be pressured too much. As what Sir Roberts usually tells us, i-enjoy nyo lang yan. Kahit anong mangyari, basta mahalaga, mag-enjoy kayo sa mga ginagawa ninyo. So, you got the word. Enjoy. I admit that I had a perfectly imperfect high school life. As many of you would have thought, I would always succumb myself to academics and other related activities. It's as if na hindi ako nag-enjoy, right? Sabi nga ng kaibigan ko, alam mo, Lycelle, sa lahat ng mga fourth-year students, tingin ko, ikaw yung pinaka-hindi nag-enjoy. Minsan nga, natanong nila ako, masaya ba? Masaya ba maging top 1? Of course I am. Because for me, if you want something, you should go for it. You wanted it, it will surely happen. Only you could prevent your own self. Oo mga kapatid, may prinsipyo ako eh. But of course, as a teenager, kailangan ko din ng mga pagkaibigan. Makipaghalubilo sa inyo. Hindi man obvious, but every friendly relationship I made with each one of you is really treasured in my heart. At this point in time, I want to tell you that this is it. This is really is it. Graduates, yes we are. Tapos na ang 4 na taon ng ating pagsusunog ng kilay at pagtataga ng mga mahalagang bagay sa batong. And yes, we did it. Every effort done by each one of us finally bore fruit. Even though during those first exams that we took, some of you still need a Wi-Fi signal, a switch, a router, several hubs. I know and I believe that our wrong habits were corrected in this school year before we leave. Gaya nga ng palagi ang sinasabi ni Sir Garces, estudyante ka, may pinag-aralan ka, alam mo kung ano ang tama at mali, gawin mo ang tama. We, as seniors of the school for the past 10 months, were molded not just intellectually, but also socially, emotionally, morally, and most of all, spiritually. And I hope that the school may have the confidence and trust in each and every one of us that we can stand on our own feet without their direct help in a new environment for the next 2 months. Being a Saletenian for 12 years, the School of Our Lady of Salette had been my second permanent home. The Sol's family has done many great things for me. This is the place where I've grown, where I've learned how to become a valued and responsible person. Because of this institution, I've become who I am today. And leaving this place feels like I'd be losing something that has been with me for a decade and score. Yes, farewells are natural in human life. I just can't help but to be melancholic, thinking that within this very day, in a matter of hours, I'll be leaving the school as a Saletenian graduate. All of my deepest gratitude were not just only for the school itself, but more so for those people who had been part of my life during my stay here. For the school administrators, you always served us in 2 ways. As responsible school heads and as inspiring sisters. Being the thinking minds of the school, you gave us fair treatment and thought out for the sake not just of your students, but mostly of the school as well. As loving sisters, you always served as our light, guiding us the right way. As what Sister Paulina, our guidance counselor, and my religion teacher once taught from Psalms chapter 119, verse 105, Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. God would always be our omnipotent inspiration. And you, our beloved sisters, were manifestations of His unending love. Sisters, thank you very much. For our teachers, club moderators, Personal mentors. You served as direct authorities in and out of the school. But not just that. You were our secondary parents when we're out of home. You always taught us many things. May relasyon man o wala sa lesson yung mga sinasabi ninyo sa klase, you make sure that we would always learn from you. Kahit na madalas magdrama sa Sir Garces kapag may klase siya, it would always end up with him giving his words of wisdom. According to Khalil Gibran, a world-renowned Lebanese American poet and writer, the teacher who is indeed wise does not bid you to enter the house of his wisdom, but rather leads you to the threshold of your mind. That's what you do to us, dearest teachers. You didn't force us to learn. You made us realize that education is a sure key for our success. That's why we need to have our mindset for every lesson. Ma'am, sir, we owe you a lot. Thank you for giving up your whole selves just for our sake. For the canteen staff, maintenance, and school guards. It may not be obvious, but we would like to thank you all. Para sa amin, napakalaking bagay ang ginagawa ninyong paglilinis ng school grounds at ng mga comfort rooms. Sa pagluluto at pag-serve ng pagkain namin sa kantin, kahit sa pagbabantayan ng buong campus, mula umaga hanggang hating gabi. Sana po ay nandito kayo ngayon at naririnig ninyo ito. Hindi po namin kayo makakalimutan. Malaki po ang utang na loob namin sa inyo sa serbisyong ginagawa ninyo. Maraming salamat po sa pag-iisip para sa kapakanan ng bawat isang Saletino. For our ever supportive parents, you brought us to this world full of love. You gave us everything we needed. You never forbade us of our rights. That's why you sent us to school here at Salette. Mga minamahal kong mga magulang, gusto kong iparating sa inyo na kahit mga dalagit at binatid na kami, kayo pa rin ang mga pinakamahalagang tao para sa amin. Kahit na madalas kaming pasaway at parang nahihiya kapag nilalambing ninyo kami sa harapan ng mga kaibigan namin, hindi kayo nagsasawang ipakita at ipadama ang labis-labis niyong pagmamahal. Parents, we owe to you our life, our everything. Sabi nga sa kanta, you to me are everything, the sweetest song that I could sing. Oh baby, oh baby. Without you, we may not be here. Thank you for sacrificing your own happiness just for our sake. For my family, especially to my parents, Mr. Balaoing and Mrs. Balaoing. You are one of God's greatest gifts to me. Sa bawat pagtawa ko, sa bawat pagpulo ng luha ko, lagi kayo nandyan. Umaga pa rin. Sorry if I've done wrong many times. Pero kahit ganon, you're always there, understanding me. Sabi nga, life's too short to have regrets, so I'm learning how to live it in the past and try to forget. Kaya nga, hindi ako nagsisisi for everything you've done. Every little effort, every shed of sweat and blood that you've had, just to provide me with my needs. Para po sa inyo, itong mga awards na to. Kung hindi dahil sa inyo, hindi ko makukuha itong mga awards na to. Papa, sabi mo nga. Para kanino nga ba naman itong mga awards na to, kundi para sa akin natin. Sa ikakatuwa ninyo, pero para sa karangalan ko. Ma, pa, kung ako ang world's greatest para sa inyo, kayo ang world's greatest parents para sa akin. For those special individuals dearest to my heart, my closest friends, you're my confidants, especially with matters I can't express well to others. Like Padilla, more than letting me to drink some of your water on several days, you're my #1 tutor when I can't understand the lessons. You're also my #1 advisor when it comes to decision making. Sana, kung totoong tao man si Zoro, matulungan mo din siyang mapuntahan ang tamang direksyon. Nina Santos, I consider you as my kitten, my teddy bear. Comforter ko when I'm feeling down. Siguro pareho lang talaga tayo na malakas kumain. At na pagkakasundo ang idaan na sa pagkain, ang kung ano mang problema. Carlisle Cruz, it's as if that you would always want to tell me, make me your radio, turn me up when you feel low. Dahil sa'yo, natutunan ko i-express ang sarili ko in a more artistic way. Alam ko marami ka pinaglalaban. At dahil doon ay naipapakita mo ang tunay mong tapang. You've always been my model of toughness to face every trial with strength. Hindi mo man nakuha ang Journalist of the Year. Dahil sa'yo, nakuha ko to award na to. Kung wala ka, wala rin siguro ako. Hannah Fernandez, kahit na madalas mo akong gustong asarin, sapakin, bugbugin ng pagmamahal, you always make it to a point that things are always settled down properly. You are always concerned for my thoughts and feelings, and I regard you for that. Madalas ka moody, you always control your temper, so you won't affect mine and our friends' feelings. Paula Garcia, you've been one of my companions since Kinder 1, and I like you just how the way you are. Kahit na madalas, bigla-bigla kang titilik, tatakbo, kakanta. For me, you're not annoying. In fact, your voice is music to my ears. You've always been supportive and proud for what I have attained. To my girls, thank you so much. Because of you, I went through my high school life in flying colors. And for the stars of the ceremony, my fellow graduates, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. With champagne and spice gray. salamat sa pag-iintindi, sa pagpapatawa, kapag maasim na talaga yung mukha ko. Sa pagsasabi ng eksagerada, para masabi lang na sobra na. Sorry if most of the time, I can turn my attention to you. Sorry sa mga pagkukulang ko. Sorry for all the wrong things I have done. Kahit konti lang sa inyo, talagang close sa akin. Ang sarap isipin na mayroong Erwin Hinugin, Florence Layo, Joshua Pupeo, Jenna Piguyan, Reynold John Maravilla, Shaina Rivera, Hazel Ada, Isa Basco, Janray Sanchez, Sheena Villamor, Joshua Banania, Charlene Basdas, Isaiah Cruz, at kung sino-sino pang nag-isandalan ko kapag hindi ko na talaga tayo. Batch Tala, you are one of the most amazing people I have ever met. Mataas man o mababa ang grades ninyo, it doesn't matter. What matters most is what you have learned, sabi nga Mr. Garces. And currently, lahat tayo ngayon ay patay-patay. Sana'y sa bawat pagkakataong may ibigay sa atin, gamitin natin iyon para sa ikabubuti natin. Always remember that we only have one life to live, so you better make the best of it. You will always be in my prayers. Parang ganito yun eh. Tupa ba kayo? Kasi lagi kayo nasa isip ko. Guys, thank you and good luck for the next years to come. For our departed classmate, Darla May Rivera. You serve as our inspiration to never stop believing that we can achieve our dreams. Even you're there in His presence. Thank you for being a great example for all of us. My fellow graduates, today is actually the groundbreaking ceremony of the construction of our future. And everyone present here is a living witness for this event. Simula pa lang ito, nagpaitibakan natin sa totoong buhay. It's sad to say that we will start anew in our separate ways, without each other's visible presence. Some may be lucky, for they will still see each other in their respective colleges and universities. But having our own fields of interest, it's unlikely that we could still see each other as we do today. Wala nang party-party sa room, wala nang jamming kapag break time. Hindi na yan siguro proper ang takbuhan, ang habulan. Maski ang pag-alter ng words sa blackboard, malabo na rin mangyari. Within 2 to 3 months, everything would change. Panibagong adjustment na naman. But I do hope na ang bawat isa sa akin ay maging matagumpay. Let's take a look at Stevie Jobs and Bill Gates. Both were college undergraduates, but they were very well-known business richest tycoons as owners of Apple and Microsoft, respectively. See, they have gotten so far, even though they didn't even have the chance to finish their studies. Batchmates, I want you to know that success doesn't depend on the school, neither on your grades. Let's say that these are needed for the first year of work. But what matters most is one's passion and determination to accomplish his or her work. Everything depends upon you. I hope you will grab every opportunity that you'll have to make you successful and attain your happiness in life. And most of all, make Him, God our Father, your very inspiration to reach your goals. Again, felicitations, Vobis Amor. Good luck for our college life, fellow graduates. May Almighty God bless us all. Congratulations and thank you, Batch Tala.
Thank you very much, Lycelle, for that speech full of gratitude and songs of love. So now, to lead the graduates with their pledge of loyalty, may I call on stage Brian